Kind of Cliff Note version of the history of SubHub is my dad's from Jersey. He came down in 1979. He was 21 years old to help kind of make it what it is today. He actually had a picture of a house, and he was like, "I'm gonna come down, make enough money to buy this house, and move back." And met my mom, and X amount of years later, he's still here. So, like I said, he was 21, kind of started. It was actually in the building next door. It was just a little sliver when that used to be a 7-Eleven. This actually used to be a house. So in 1980, bought the house, kind of gutted it out, made it into the building today, and then just kind of been a family business since. Prior to me taking it over, I like to tell people that myself and my brother, we've worked here since we were, under 10 years old. There used to be a beer being served at the counter, so we sat there and we would bust tables whenever they got dirty. But as far as me taking over ownership of it, I graduated in 2011. So January 1st, 2013 is whenever I took it over, and my dad retired and my mom kind of got out of here. So. I actually got my degree in mechanical engineering. My parents kind of wanted me to stay out of here and get different options, but this is something I've always kind of wanted to do. I realized that my situation is not like most people, where my parents do have a restaurant, and I've always wanted to kind of carry on that family name, family tradition of owning this store. So. I went and got that degree, decided that this is still what I wanted to do, and so here I am, 6, 7 years later. The interacting with people, whether it's my employees, I kind of feel like I take on a mentorship role with them, kind of be like, all right, here's kind of what to expect in the job world, and prepare them for that part. And as well as the customers, we have a lot of customers that have actually been coming in here since the 70s or the 80s, that have seen me grow up. So they're like, oh, how's it going? And then even some of my employees, I actually get married in December. Some of my employees are in my wedding. A lot of customers are invited to my wedding. So that's definitely the best part about this, is the interacting with a lot of great people each day. We got our letter, like I said, I think it was about June 20th, June 21st, as well as Oriental Express, Campus Bookstore, and the car wash right there. They all got the letter probably within the same week or 2 weeks of each other. And basically the letter states that they are starting the process of eminent domain. Here's what we believe is fair market value for your property, which they did for each property. And then they offered what they wanted to offer us. And then we were given the choice whether to counteroffer or accept, which no one accepted, because their offer was based on an appraisal that was 2 years old. And in our case, some of the details as far as what our building looks like, for instance, they describe our hardwood floors as ceramic tile, or the outside of our building as brick and glass. So right then, it's like, okay, it's littered with incorrect information just on the appearance of the store. How can we take their numbers as correct as well? So. Like I said, the appraisals were way, way too low. And since then, I've just been trying to keep as many eyes on the situation as possible. We have a petition out that's almost at 27,000 signatures. So that is 27,000 people that are supporting our cause of standing up to UNT and threatening eminent domain. We've reached out to news stations. we keep all of our information on our Facebook page. That way, what we know, the public knows. Just be transparent as possible. We have nothing to hide. We've been here for over 40 years. We want to continue to be here. We're not harming anybody. We're not in the way of anything. But UNT is the one right now that, for lack of better words, smoke and mirrors. They haven't been very transparent to us, let alone anybody else. Which, they accept taxpayers' dollars. I feel like they need to be completely clear on what their intentions are whenever we're technically giving them money to turn around and take our property. So as of now, we're waiting for their next step. In the process of eminent domain, they're supposed to offer us a final offer, and then we are given, I believe, 14 days to respond to that, whether we accept it or we reject it, and then we move on to phase 2, which is the court proceedings. So like I said, we're waiting to see what they do next.
As far as I know, is that they plan on buying, the New York Sub-Hub area, that little land over there, tearing it down, and I believe turning it into a parking lot or possibly dorms. I know there's been a petition for New York Sub-Hub to save their establishment, because it's been all over social media about it, about like signing a petition, hey, can we save this place? My dad's owned it since however long. Then UNT bought out the apartments over by Mean Joe Green Dorm, and I believe they're turning that little area, part of that area, into a parking lot, and then a little part of the building, they're going to leave a little bit of the building open. They're not tearing down the entire complex. They're going to leave some left to turn it into something that perhaps the administration's going to use or something, because that's what they did with the Sack and Save, or the SSB, whatever you want to call it. I mean, those people that live in the apartments, they got evicted. And told to go somewhere else. Over by the old IHOP, they just turned that into a new place where they sent some people from the administration building over to there. I don't know what they're going to do with the IHOP. I don't know why they closed down the IHOP. I don't know. People are just kicking down. They're just tearing places down. That dirt patch over there that you see by the IHOP, that's not going to be turned into parking. I mean, you have lot 20. People can park out in lot 20, but it's a commuter school, We need more parking. We need, more areas for, students to park their cars. Honestly, UNT should just leave it alone, leave the local shops alone, because it's a great spot for students to go and check out. You don't want to, destroy the places that are unique. You want to, create stuff around it. New York Sub-Hub, it's like a local business. It's family owned. It's great. The Chinese fast food place. If you want fast food, there you go. And apartments. People need places to live. It's hard enough to find apartments around here anyways, close to campus, because I understand some people don't have cars. Some people don't have bikes. People can't afford that kind of things that other students can. I don't like it. The whole New York Sub-Hub thing, I'm going to keep referencing it because that's been the main thing that I've seen my friends very passionate about. My roommate, he goes to New York Sub-Hub. I've been to New York Sub-Hub. People share their petition to save it because they really care about that place. And to see other people try and fight for it, it's UNT should probably wake up and be look, this is what your students want, but here you are trying to tear it down. Why would you want to do that? Why are you trying to go against the students that you try so hard to bring in? Just ignore them like that, I know UNT has a master plan. I mean, eventually UNT is going to become a walking campus where they shut down all the roads and turn into bike lanes or walking lanes. So where the students are going to have to park around UNT. They can't park internally. That's what they're going to eventually. That's the end goal of this, is that UNT becomes, a pedestrian kind of school on the inside and everybody has to park around it on the outside.